Chapter 11. Service Without Sacrifice. Ayana began to understand the quiet trap many awakened souls fell into. They gave too much. Not out of love, but out of guilt. Not from wholeness, but from the old belief that suffering made one worthy. She felt it rising in herself the first time someone leaned too heavily on her calm, mistaking her presence for permission to unload their pain without responsibility. That night, Kai came to her again, standing beside a vast ocean that did not move. "You feel it," he said. "I don't want to become distant," Ayana replied. "But I don't want to disappear either." Kai nodded. That is the lesson of true service. He showed her images of healers who burned themselves empty, mistaking self-erasure for compassion. Others who closed their hearts entirely, mistaking boundaries for coldness. Service without sovereignty becomes sacrifice, Kai said. And sacrifice feeds illusion. Ayana felt the truth land sharply. The Shadow Queen thrived on martyrdom, on convincing light that it must bleed to be valid, on turning empathy into exhaustion. That is her mistake, Kai continued. She believes love must cost you yourself. Ayana stood still, absorbing it. "So what is real service?" she asked. "Presence without depletion," Kai answered. "Guidance without control. Love without attachment to outcome." The next day, Ayana practiced. She listened but did not absorb. She helped but did not rescue. She offered clarity but released the need to be understood. Something shifted. People either rose to meet themselves or drifted away. Both felt clean. That evening, by the lake, Ayana sensed resistance weakened. The Shadow Queen had miscalculated. Her oldest weapon, guilt, no longer worked. "She is not emptying herself," the Queen whispered from the dark. "She is anchored." Ayana placed her hand over her heart and felt it, full, steady, alive. Service, she realized, was not about fixing brokenness. It was about standing whole so others could remember they were too. The water reflected her clearly now, no distortion, no fracture. She smiled. Light did not need to suffer to be real, and the illusion had just lost one of its most powerful tools. Chapter 12. When one awakens, many stir. The change did not arrive loudly. It moved like a shift in air pressure, unnoticed at first, undeniable once felt. Ayana began to sense others before they spoke. Not their thoughts, but their readiness. Some carried restlessness. Some carried grief disguised as anger. Others carried a quiet knowing they had never been taught to trust. When she entered a space, conversations softened. Arguments paused mid-sentence. It was not all they felt, it was recognition. They remembered something near her. At night, her dreams expanded. No longer isolated scenes, but wide landscapes filled with moving lights, souls awakening in small, private moments. A woman crying alone in a kitchen, a boy staring at the stars instead of his screen, a man choosing silence instead of retaliation. Each choice sent a ripple. Kai appeared beside her in the dream field, watching the lights multiply. "This is resonance," he said. "Not influence, not force." Ayana understood. She was not awakening others, she was permission. Still, resistance thickened. The Shadow Queen felt it now. A subtle collapse in the web she had spent lifetimes weaving. People were no longer feeding her with unconscious fear. They were questioning it. "She is fracturing the sleep," the Queen hissed. Not by teaching, by being. Dark currents gathered. Confusion intensified in the world above. Truth and illusion blurred deliberately. Meant to exhaust those on the edge of clarity, Ayana felt the weight of it press against her chest one evening. Not despair, but responsibility. "What if I fail them?" she whispered. Kai's voice came softly. "You are not carrying them. You are walking ahead." That night, Ayana stood at the lake again. The water no longer reflected only her face, it reflected many. Different ages, different paths, all watching, unknowingly connected. She placed her hand into the water. "I am not your savior," she said aloud. "I am your mirror." The surface shimmered. Across the unseen world, people felt a sudden stillness, a pause in the noise, a moment where breath returned to the body. The Shadow Queen recoiled. This was dangerous. Not rebellion, not war, but remembrance. Ayana straightened. If one soul could create resonance, then the awakening was no longer singular. It was spreading, and the illusion was running out of places to hide. Chapter 13. The first crack in the crown. The Shadow Queen made her first mistake the moment she chose fear. Until now, she had ruled through absence by keeping souls distracted, divided, asleep. But Ayana's resonance had shifted the balance. Silence was no longer enough. So the queen reached outward. Dreams across the world darkened that night. Not nightmares, subtler than that. Familiar places felt wrong. Words lost meaning. People woke unsettled, unsure why their hearts felt heavy. Ayana felt it immediately. Her breath shortened. The lake near her home trembled, its surface rippling without wind. The pressure was not external, it was personal. She's touching the inner world, Ayana said. Kai's expression hardened. She's afraid. That realization surprised Ayana more than the attack itself. Fear was not supposed to exist at that level. The queen appeared in Ayana's dreams for the first time, not as a monster, but as a mirror distorted. Her crown was not solid gold, but fractured light, barely holding form. "You are disrupting the order," the queen said calmly. "Awakened souls destabilize the system." "What system?" Ayana asked. "The one that keeps the world functioning." Ayana stepped closer. With every step, the queen's image flickered. "No," Ayana said quietly, "the one that keeps it obedient." The dream space cracked. For a moment, just one, Ayana felt doubt surge through her. A sharp whisper rose in her chest. What if you are wrong? What if peace was better than truth? She nearly folded. Then she remembered the lights, the ripples, the stillness returning to people who had forgotten how to breathe. "I don't awaken souls," Ayana said. "I remind them they were never broken." The queen recoiled as if struck. That was the crack. Not defiance, not power, but clarity. When Ayana woke, her body trembled, not from fear, but from integration. Something old had loosened inside her. Something ancient had chosen sides. Kai placed his hand over her heart. "The war isn't outside," he said. "It never was." Ayana nodded. The queen had shown herself, and in doing so, she had proven one thing. She could be reached. Chapter 14. The Weight of Light. Awakening was not gentle. Ayana learned that truth. The morning after the Shadow Queen entered her dreams, her body felt heavier, as if her soul had expanded faster than her human form could adjust. Light pulsed beneath her skin, not visible, but alive. "She marked you," Zephyr said softly, watching Ayana meditate near the water's edge. "No," Solera corrected. She recognized her. Ayana opened her eyes. The world looked sharper now, colors deeper, emotions louder. She could feel distant hearts beating in rhythm with her own. Somewhere far away, oceans stirred. Lumiria was calling. That night, Ayana dreamed again, but this time, the dream was not a battlefield. She stood beneath an endless sea, glowing coral towers rising like living constellations. Creatures of light and water moved gracefully through currents of energy. At the center stood a throne carved from pearl and starlight, empty, waiting. A voice echoed from the depths. "Heir of the eternal tide, you are late." Ayana fell to her knees. "I was asleep," she whispered. The ocean did not judge. "You were learning." She saw flashes, past lives as healer, guardian, watcher. She had sworn once to protect the balance between worlds. When the Shadow Queen rose, Ayana had chosen rebirth instead of war, trusting love would succeed where force had failed. Now, the cycle was closing. When Ayana woke, tears streamed silently down her face. Kai was beside her instantly. "What did you see?" She took his hand, pressing it to her chest. "Our home," she said, The ocean kingdom, Lumilia. I was never just passing through this world. Kai? I was returning to it. Kai felt it then, the truth settling into his bones. You're not becoming something else, he said softly. You're remembering who you are. But remembrance carried a cost. Ayana's power surged unpredictably now. Healing drained her. Empathy overwhelmed her. Every pain in the world echoed inside her heart. The light demanded balance and sacrifice. Far away, in the void between realms, the Shadow Queen watched the ocean stir for the first time in centuries. She is coming home, the Queen whispered, and this time, she would not allow the tide to rise unchallenged. Chapter 15. The Call of Lumiria. The ocean changed the moment Ayana accepted the truth. Waves no longer crashed, they bowed. Currents slowed, listening. Moonlight lingered longer on the water's surface, as if the sea itself feared she might leave again. That night, the group stood at the shore where sky and ocean dissolved into one endless horizon. The air tasted like salt and destiny. It's time, Solera said quietly. The veil is thinning. Ayana stepped forward, her bare feet touching the water. The sea welcomed her, warm, familiar, alive. A glow spread from beneath the waves, illuminating ancient symbols etched into the sand, responding to her presence. Kai watched, heart pounding. Will I be able to follow you? He asked, a rare tremor in his voice. Into Lumiria. Into your world? Ayana turned to him, eyes shining with both love and sorrow. You are never outside it, she said softly. You are bound to it, to me. As if summoned by her words, the ocean parted, not violently, not dramatically, but reverently. A path of light opened beneath the surface, revealing coral stairways spiraling downward into a glowing abyss. Creatures of light swam past, guardians, watchers, ancient beings who remembered her name. Zephyr exhaled sharply. The ocean recognizes its queen. Ayana hesitated. For the first time since awakening, fear brushed her heart. What if I fail them? She whispered. What if love isn't enough? Kai stepped into the water beside her without hesitation. The sea did not resist him. Instead, it wrapped around his legs like an embrace. Then we failed together, he said. But I don't believe that's why the universe brought us here. He touched her forehead to his. You taught me that power without love destroys itself. Let me remind you, love creates worlds. Something ancient unlocked inside her. The water rose around them, swirling into luminous currents. Scales of soft light traced along their skin, not transforming them yet, but remembering them. Breath became unnecessary. Fear dissolved. Below them, Lumiria awakened. Coral towers flared with bioluminescence. Temples rang with harmonic frequencies. The empty throne pulsed, sensing its sovereign drawing near. But not all eyes watching were filled with reverence. In the deepest trench where light had never dared to linger, the Shadow Queen rose from her obsidian seat. So, she hissed, dark water curling around her like smoke. The lost princess returns, carrying love instead of weapons. Her smile was cruel. Let us see which one survives. As Ayana and Kai descended hand in hand toward their home, the ocean trembled, not in fear but in anticipation. The final tide had begun.